Hello, this video is to help guide you through one of the activities that I would like for you to do over the winter break. One of the greatest things that we can do in physics is take a look at a real-life scenario and analyze it and apply the concepts that we know in class and apply it to real life. Now normally, taking a video on your cell phone or on a video camcorder and analyzing it might be a little bit more difficult without proper tools. And so this website here allows for us to analyze different scenarios for our physics concepts. Now at first it might be a little bit difficult to navigate through, so that's what this video is for. Okay, now here are the impulse and momentum videos, and from here I'm just going to choose one of these videos and go through the different kinds of tools that you can use in order to analyze the physics of the video. So first things off, what you want to do is always click on the DMV player. Now the DMV player is a video player that allows you to manipulate the video in one way or another by applying tools so that you can have some video analysis. So if we take a look here, we can see that there are two people, and if we push play, we see in slow motion that the two people are moving. Now immediately what we see here are frames, which frame it is, and that right there is actually a negative. So that's the negative 37th frame. And you'll see that as if I click on this button, I go forward one frame at a time, and it gets closer and closer to 0. And this is important because when the frame is at the 0 point, that is when you have to start taking data. That is when the different things here, so we see 0 centimeters and 20 centimeters, 0 centimeters and 20 centimeters over here. That's when those markings become relevant. Other things that we see here are the cart's mass. I'm guessing she's Haley and she's Connor. Their mass with like a give or take kind of measurements. So let's take a look. Once we reach frame 0, we can see here that Connor is at the 0 centimeter mark. Okay, and I'm guessing that if we push play, Connor will go from the 0 centimeter mark to the 20 centimeter mark, and that would be Connor's displacement. Okay, now we can create a ratio to see how long it took to go 20 centimeters. In order to do that, if we have a ratio of 20 frames per second, with frames being in the numerator and seconds being in the denominator, and we want to know how many seconds have passed, we can get rid of the frames unit in the numerator and find out how many seconds have passed. Or you can, of course, inverse it so that we can have seconds in the numerator and frames in the denominator, so it'll be 1 second per 240 frames. So if we multiply the numerator by frames, it'll cancel out the denominator on the bottom, leaving us with just the units seconds. So let's see how many frames it takes for Connor and Haley to get through a displacement of 20 centimeters. Alright, so at this point I'm gonna do it frame by frame, and we can see that at frame 46, oh no, I'm going to say frame 47. So at frame 47, they have a displacement of 20 centimeters. So if I wanted to do the mathematical computation, I would say that for every one frame there are 240 frames. 1 second there's 240 frames. I'm going to multiply the numerator by 47 frames to get rid of the unit in the denominator frames. So I would have 47 divided by 240, and I get 0.196 seconds. So in order to traverse 20 centimeters, I don't know if this is backwards, but it took them 0.26 seconds. And that's some vital information. We can find out the velocity of Connor and Haley by having their displacement, which has the units meters, over the time we just found. So that would be 0.20 meters over 0.196 seconds, and I would get about 1 meter per second. And I could use that to find their momentum or other various information. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another video where there's a little bit more of more tools that we can use. If you want to follow along with me, please do so. I'm going to do the, how about the center of mass buoy on paddleboard. I'm going to do that one. So it loads up. Now this one is cool because we get to see different tools down here. If I click this, I see that a ruler comes up, and I could put the ruler at the center of mass or right in the middle of the buoy so that it says forward, and we can see how his displacement changes. I can also find the displacement of the paddleboard if I put it on the end of the paddleboard, and we see that it goes up. See, in this case, I'll have to go back. So if I go back from there, you can see that there's a displacement. I messed up again. Jeez, Mr. Lee. If I have it here, you can see that it goes back so many meters. Oh, we'll just have to mess around with it in order to find his displacement. And we can see that the length of the board is up here. We know that this student's name is Carl, and we can find different things. So I'm going to link for you the video that I want you to analyze, and the questions that are also on there. Try this on your own, and see what information that you can find, so that you have a better foundation and understanding of the conservation of momentum. Thank you.